Wow. Dude, that was hype. What the heck? That was so good. Eh, Oh, Mo, you're muted, my guy.
I said I'm really glad you feel that way. But let's hear it. Let's hear it. I can tell it's bubbling. Let's hear what you think.
My God, dude, the whole thing was just like I felt like I was like cascading through a waterfall, like like I was like flowing down an ancient river, just waiting to be swept away. Dude, the whole structure of the song was so sick. I will say, as one, not a critique, repetitive, but like I didn't want to not hear it. You know what I mean? Like that
Right.
lead, that like I could listen to that literally, I think endlessly. Like if you had
I know you could because I do.
like if you know that thing on YouTube where it's like chill beats, like chill lo-fi hip hop beats to study slash relax to.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
if there was a metal version of that, which would be like epic beautiful leads to chill slash live life to, it would be that. That song would be on that playlist, and that song would be 6 hours long,
At least.
maybe
And
16.
deserve every second of it, honestly. I
Just
gotta I
oh
gotta give it to Little V. That song did not start out anything closely resembling metal. Very chill, very relaxing song, very low
really.
key. Oh yeah, and he definitely brought the metal treatment to it in a
Hmm.
beautiful way, doing it not as others would, trying to make it into a big jam fest, but really honoring the almost serene and like pure
Hmm.
nature of that song by making it very epic.
Hmm.
And I just that chord progression da na 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 na, that has been a main staple in my life for the last 5 years.
Has this been out for a while, or is that the same chord progression from the actuals from the
Oh,
Undertale?
that's the same chord progression. In fact, that chord progression itself is a huge part of all Undertale music. There are several songs
Hmm.
that feature that chord progression.
That's really cool, man. I really enjoyed that one.
I'm glad you did, and that definitely makes me think that you're gonna love the next stuff coming up too
Ooh,
for
I'm very
Undertale.
excited. Dude, holy smokes, man.
I love that song so fucking much,
Holy
dude.
crap, dude. That was
that
that was not what I expected, but it was exactly what I needed.
you love to hear that.
That felt like I just took a big bite into a Snickers bar, and now I'm satisfied.
That's it should convey satisfaction because that is actually the boss theme for the final boss of the canon ending in that game.
The
The
canon ending, so
pacifist,
the
the
the one,
pacifist route.
so is the pacifist route the way you're supposed to play Undertale?
Yes, yes, you are supposed to play the game without killing a single monster. You get all the best interactions, you get all the good story
Hmm,
elements, and you get that big, fat, satisfying ending.
interesting.
And then if
Man,
you play
that
the genocide route, you just get to a guy that beats your ass for 30 rounds until you finally beat him, and then your game crashes.
is that really what happens?
Yeah, the game is actually it's programmed to crash at a certain point if you go through that round.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
I
Toby
have
Fox
a.
really wanted to fuck our asses with that one.
So I think you're already gonna know what I'm gonna say when I tell you what my favorite part of that song was, and it was the unexpected yet tasteful xylophone.
I saw your face when you noticed that.
That just it just kind of came out of nowhere, and I didn't think it. I have to say I didn't think xylophones really had a prominent place in the metal world, but here I am, proven a fool.
Well, see, it's no bad reflection on you. We're dealing with people here that have been taking metal VGM to its limit over and over for the last decade.
Mm-hmm.
So of course they're going to bring stuff to the table that we didn't expect and would never see. that's the beautiful thing about metal BGM. It makes you think outside of the box. You got this song, and the game was played with what sounds like keys and xylophones and just these really beautiful
Hmm.
pianic style instruments. And you don't when you have that kind of inspiration, you need to find a way to translate it into metal. And sometimes the best way to do it is to bring over the parent instrument and just replicate it. You
Hmm.
don't get that in regular metal. I mean, you do. I'm not crapping on regular metal here. These guys are so inventive. The guys who are making metal these days, it's crazy. They're all so good. But I
Hmm.
really feel like when you're doing metal covers of video game music, it's just a different level of inspiration.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I have to say that was just entirely well, orchestrated, just composed. The whole, I mean, I understand he's building off of a regular song, but there is that level of added creativity that comes in. You're transferring it from into a new genre, right? And there has to be.
Absolutely.
You can't just like copyright something and just use it, right? If you're going to create a new version of it, that's what makes it really awesome. So just something. I mean, truly cool, man. And that was FerdK as well, yeah.
Yes, yeah, that was also FerdK. That's going to be the last we're hearing of him tonight, but far, far from the last we hear from him on this stream.
I love that. I love that. Got a couple people in chat. What's up? My heart hurts, dude. I feel like my heart is beating like 60,000 times its normal pace.
Yep, that's Eurobeat.
Holy
That's what
smokes,
it
man.
does to people.
I
Did you
genuinely
see our
like feel like I'm
chat?
out of breath.
Yeah,
Like,
that'll friggin' do it to you. So before I get you in on the background and stuff of that song, why don't you go ahead and tell me like thoughts, please.
I mean, truly, truly, truly scary how much that song hit my head. You know what I mean? I feel
Yeah,
like I just like the adrenaline pump. You know what I mean? I feel like I just like cliff dove or something like that for the first time. My adrenaline is like through the roof. My heart's beating fast. I mean, that song started and then for 5 minutes just shredded and then stopped. There was no reprieve. There was no pause.
nope.
It just started, hyped, stayed hyped, quitted. Holy smokes! I don't
That's
even really
the
know what to
perfect way to
say.
put it.
I truly don't even know what to say about it because it was such a. I'm glad that Minecraft suggested we listen to it because it's different. It's not something I would have expected. So I don't really know what Eurobeat music is. Is it? Did he increase the tempo of this thing?
Eurobeat is it's a very high, fast paced. It's like you know house music, right? You know what house music is today.
Yeah, yeah, I'm familiar.
Take it back 2 decades and put it in double time, and that was Eurobeat.
Eurobeat
And
is
just
way cooler than
throw in a
house
lot of
music.
synths. Oh, dude, hard agree. It's just a lot of synth heavy, really, really fast, hard melodies and beats.
Mm.
Like it never stops, it never gives in, it never slows down. The whole point is that from beginning to end, this song is nuts. And Gas 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 is actually the way I consider it, Gas 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 is one of four. There are four. I like to call them the holy Eurobeat songs.
The Exodia of Eurobeat songs, if you will.
Exactly. When come together, they fulfill a prophecy and destroy the internet.
Yeah.
Um, and they're all from this. They're all from. They were all
Yeah.
popularized, rather, not from. They were popularized by an old anime called Initial D, which
Okay.
was about Japanese streetcar racing.
I can see that.
And these songs would play in the hype parts of the races. It was this.
Was this
Gas,
written? Was this written for that show?
I actually don't know if it was written for that show, but I guarantee you almost nobody knew about it before that show.
Because
Because
gas,
they
gas, gas,
basically
like it feels like it has a clear line to the idea of like car racing. You know what I mean?
Right, but then you flip over to one of the other four called Running in the '90s, and I don't really feel like the connection with that title versus.
What, 90 miles
Although
per hour.
it could absolutely be
It's
running in
not
the
the
and that's
fastest
about
race.
yeah. But I mean, these guys are taking corners at what feels like Mach speed, so I feel like 90 is the best they can do.
Also, 20 years ago was 2000, my
Minecraft
guy.
agreed with you.
Yeah.
He's like running, yeah. Right.
When did the show come out? The anime?
It was in the '90s. Initial
Mo.
the yeah, I know, right? 1998.
Okay, so there's reasonable. It's reasonable to believe the connection.
Yeah, I can see that. It's just these four songs are so beautiful. It's gas, gas, gas. Running in the '90s. Uh, Minecraft. You might have to help me out with the other two, man, because I'm drawing a blank right now just because I'm on the spot. But there are four, and RichaadEB covered all four of them.
So he must have been a big fan of the anime.
I think so, or he was just really committed to the bit
That could also be it.
because
You
he
gotta go for
covered
a bit.
two of them. He covered two of them, and then his fan base started to get behind him. Like, okay, okay, Rich, when are we gonna get the other two? And then he released a third one, and everyone, including myself, were like, "Oh my God, we're almost there! The prophecy is about to be fulfilled."
It's time. It's time.
And he dropped the fourth one, and I don't think that he could. I don't think he could check his Twitter for like 3 days after that,
Oh my
just
god.
because the notifications were just
Just
blowing up.
bing, 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 bing. Yeah.
Yeah, mentioned you, commented, retweeted, mentioned you.
That's pretty sick, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was crazy good, and he actually formed kind of an online supergroup almost with a few other really big names that were featured in this song and the others. Jonathan Young, Caleb Hyles, Family Jules, Toxic Eternity. So many big names came together to work with Richard on these four songs.
Jonathan
And
Young sounds really familiar to me.
we heard Jonathan Young on the first. We played his stuff on the first
Hmm.
show.
And of course, I know Family
He's
Jules.
the really deep singer, really deep voice singer.
Okay. That was him singing on this song on this track.
This is the end. Will you fight or defend? Could I still make amends if I fear to be called the king of the mountain, the great spear of justice, the savior of monsters?
Oh no. Oh, it wanted to play for a second. Dude, that was great. You gotta unmute yourself, my guy, but that was great.
Tell me about it.
Dude,
Let's hear it. Tell me about it.
first off, I don't know who Asgore is, but I have to imagine Asgore is a badass, is all I'm gonna say, to start with. So let me just break down
Yeah.
how I felt about that
Oh
song.
yeah.
I think from start to finish. So again, and apologies to all the Undertale fans in the chat. I'm new to Undertale. I'm new to the Undertale community. This is my first exposure. So Asgore is king of the mountain, yeah,
Yes, yes.
and
Asgore is king of the mountain, king of the monsters.
and he is the evil boss.
No, he is the boss, but he is far, far from evil.
He's a good boss.
He the reason that he is trying to kill you is because you remember earlier when I said that humans can pass through the barrier but monsters can't?
Hmm.
If a monster is able to collect 7 human souls, then they can break the barrier. Asgore has 6
And what
by the
happens?
time you arrive.
What happens if he can make it through the barrier?
He can destroy it and let all of the monsters out into freedom. The area underneath the mountain is getting very small. As more
Mm.
monsters are born, space is being taken up like crazy. Asgore
Mm.
the king needs to do something, but he can't. He can't break the barrier unless he gets your soul.
And so at this point, so in a way, I kind of want him to get the soul. You know, he seems like a nice guy.
You want to help, but helping means your death. So you're conflicted. He's conflicted. Nobody wants anybody to die, but somebody has to.
Oh my
Somebody
God.
has to die.
So wow, it's pretty heavy.
Very heavy game, dude.
Is
Very
the
heavy.
game is Undertale the game sort of like does it have a lot of like mature themes like that, just like complex sort of
Yes. Yeah,
questions you have to
it
answer?
has these insanely huge, jaw-dropping moments where they're like, "Oh my god, this game is seeing right through me. Like, I don't know how to handle this. I'm dealing with a real life problem now. It's so big. It's like this makes me feel like I have to solve this as Eric or Mo, like not as character, as
Mhm.
me." And then in the next 5 minutes, you'll hear a fart joke. It's a beautiful back and forth, man.
It sounds like I'm excited to play it. Can I play it on the PC?
Yes, yes, it is available on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch.
Perfect. That one was good. I think that it's in my top three for the night for sure.
Oh hell yeah, man!
Shall I go now? Yes, yes, yes.